coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Brooklyn Bulls and the Baltimore Ravens. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And they'll go on the ground. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Watch it now, Barney!
They go play action here on 1st down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Jackson going for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The former 1st-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go now.
Now it's Jackson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
Well, the element of surprise was there. All right, there's no doubt about it. For us, maybe. But not for the guys on defense. An incomplete pass on the fake field goal attempt.
I guess, though, if you're trying to pick up the first in that spot, why not let your QB throw the ball, right?
You thinking that might be a better way to go?
Instead of your kicker, yeah.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
The Ravens offense now. They get set to head back on the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing is Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Swarmley in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the... Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. first down. He'll drop to throw. And Davis with it left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards at a 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. He'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking sideline, incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well. I
love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Uncorks one for Davis. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now here come the Ravens. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. Open man is Uzama. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll set up a throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
This is Collins on the handoff. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On second down, Collins. And down he'll go at the 25. 11 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Lampert, hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is caught. It's Perriman. Rashad Perriman off to the races. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they'll run it here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And Catanzero's kick is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. So quick on the spin.
Oh, he's spinning, man.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Gone, 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 gone.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Forced out to his left. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now back to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Wood. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Under 10.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play that time for the Ravens. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Leopard. Check.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there for the 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. I got 8. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 56. Detroit. Detroit.
They're going to look to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 30 yards there. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 53.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now let's go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Ravens, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So that'll do it for us.